Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Alakazam Video Blog. Right, so David.
Yes.
We've got a few things to talk about today, plus we've got the competition winner from the last competition, plus we're going to do the giveaways for the Now You See Me competition.
Yeah.
Plus they can learn a free trick.
Yes, they can. That is this week.
Yeah.
Yes. Paul Gordon came into the shop, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he's taught you a really practical working effect, free of charge. So we will get onto that in a little bit. But where do you want to start?
Well, let's start by apologising to these guys because we haven't been about the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We have been off. We have just got ourselves a new dedicated filming studio.
Indeed.
So we've been out setting that all up. That should be ready in a few weeks. But this means the vlog will have a new home in a few weeks' time.
Yeah.
And it means we've got our own little studio where we're going to be giving lessons as well. We do lessons in the store, but we're going to start off like the Alakazam Magic Academy, where we're going to do adults and kids lessons. As well as these are things for the future, but as well as having little lectures in there. Even though we've got the Magic Club, we're going to have little lectures in there.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we're going to have in there are we started them last year, but we only done a couple, was the master classes.
Yes. Yeah. It's going to be awesome. It's going to open up so much for us, and it's right next door, isn't it?
Yeah, it's literally next door to the shop. So if you sign up to one of our master classes, hopefully we've got one coming up either next month or the month after, but we'll give you details about that. The idea will be you come down here, you've got Alakazam right next door, and plus we'll have the masterclass in our new unit next door to that. So that's for us, that's exciting news, and I'm sure you'll see the benefits of it as well in the coming months. But we've got some new products to speak to you about this week. We've got our brand new release Trilogy, which is due out on Monday the 8th. Trilogy Extreme. So we're going to go in some little chat about that. Blackbird, once again, due out Monday.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that. Quidnunk.
Bless you.
By Paul Gordon. We're going to talk about that in a minute, actually. And Move 02.
Volume 2, yes.
By John Bannon. So I'll tell you what, first of all, we got joined earlier this week by my good friend Paul Gordon, and I done a little interview with Paul. So we'll cut to that now, and this is Paul talking about his brand new book. Right, so I'm joined by my very good friend Mr. Paul Gordon. Paul, thanks for joining us on the vlog.
Nice to see you.
And you, my friend. We're here to speak about your brand new book.
Thank you.
So tell us a bit about it, because your last set was the Gold Dust Trilogy, which sold extremely well.
Yeah.
So what sort of stuff has this got in it?
Well, when I wrote the Gold Dust Trilogy, I decided I wanted to keep a whole load of routines just to myself.
Yeah.
And things I've been showing other magicians over the years, and some new things, but mainly things I thought, well, I don't want everybody to know everything I've done. And then I said to my wife, who's a lot smarter than I am, I said, maybe I'll just keep them and hold them back for years to come. She said, well, you can't take them with you, so why don't you do them? And I've written the book in such a way that I didn't want to put loads of video demos on the internet. So in a way, it kind of forces people to read, but they're all workers.
Yeah.
And this is all kind of very strong stuff I've been using at gigs over the years, or magician foolers. But they're all new routines as far as the magician are concerned. But to me, some of them are like 35 years old.
So these routines have never appeared in any of your other books?
None of them, yeah.
And they weren't on your Gold Dust Live DVD?
No.
Now the great thing, I know people know I'm a big fan of yours anyway, and I've told the story many times, and if you've got Gold Dust you would have seen the interview. But one of the great things I like about your books is that if I want to learn a trick, I just want to learn the trick. I don't need 20 pages before I get to how the trick is done.
Yeah.
With the way you write, it's really easy. It's like 2 pages and the trick's done. Yeah. You don't fill it with filler. They're just, trick, and it's great. But you're going to show us something from here in a moment.
I am indeed. Can I just come back on what you just said there? I mean, I've done it on purpose for years and years. I've decided that I was so fed up reading books where you turn 20 pages of preamble and waffle before you get to the trick. And then a 2-minute trick, it takes the author another 20 pages to describe it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's necessary. I always assume my readers are more intelligent than I am, and that they can read a 2-page description and then put their own stamp on it.
Yeah.
I don't give all my gags away, I don't give all the stories away, I don't give all the patter away, I give basic patter, but basically it's a direct description of the trick in a fun, nice way, but all the details are there, which is why in this book, in a 300-page book, there's 115 routines.
Right.
Which is about 2 or 3 pages at the most per trick.
Yeah.
So that was it.
Yeah, and it works really well. I find, especially in the, I don't want to say the olden days, but when I got into magic and there weren't DVDs, there weren't videos, you were learning from books. And when you had page and page and page of explanations, I found myself forgetting what the first part of the trick was by the time I'd reached the last part.
Yeah.
So it was a really weird way of learning with these. I mean, I know I speak to you quite a bit on the phone, and I'll say, oh, I remember you doing this trick, and you say it's page whatever in that book, and literally I just pick the book up and refresh my memory in 2 seconds, and it's done, and it's great. I love the way you write.
No, you're very kind, Peter. It's done in a way so these books are of a certain physical size that you can quickly put that into a rucksack, into a bag, take it down the pub or the club, read it on the plane or the train, and as you just said, you can turn the page and there'll be a trick description in say 1 or 2 pages, and also, if you're not good at reading, I'm dyslexic, so it's hard for me to even write them, let alone read them.
Yeah.
They're in such a way that you can look at the description for 2 pages, remember what happens, put the book down, and then do the trick. You haven't got to keep flicking through to try and remember it all.
Yeah. Brilliant. So let's move on to one of your tricks.
Peter.
Yes.
I'm going to show you a miracle with the 4 aces.
Okay.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you've seen many ace tricks over the years, probably most of them from me. But we have the aces out on the table here, and you can see that. Make sure the camera can. And I'm going to give the cards a couple of cuts. And in doing that, the trick is complete. Now you're probably wondering what the trick is. Well, watch this. I'm going to spell for the aces as quick as I possibly can like this. ACEOFDIAMONDS. There's the ace of diamonds. That was quick.
That was quick.
Watch this. ACEOFHEARTS. Ace of hearts. Let's do that again. ACEOFSPADES. And we'll do it one last time. ACEOFCLUBS. And if anybody knows anything about playing cards out there, that is impossible. Am I right?
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's impossible. That's really a quickie.
Cool. And that's from the book. What's that one called?
Ace Spell Supreme.
Right.
And it's a trick that anybody out there can do almost instantly.
Yeah.
So it's a real easy one.
Yeah, it's it is self-working. Apart from your but it's the thing I like about that. I mean, I do an ace spelling routine anyway. That just looks so clean, so fair. So you could always give the presentation of how people locate cards and control cards.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to, and I know it's not your way of doing it, but if you wanted to, you could put in a few cuts after each.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing it very quickly there, but yes, of course, you can put some cuts in and so on. And also, as a trick per se, I would never do it just like that. I would then have the aces out and then do a bigger routine.
Yeah.
So it's a way of producing the aces. And aside from layman, it's actually, and I don't do many of these, it's actually a magician fooler.
Yeah.
Because if you know much about card magic, the aces went on the deck and I spelt them instantly, and that is a puzzler.
Yeah, of course, of course. The other trick, one of the ones that really stood out to me from a worker's point of view, was a trick you call Workers Supreme.
Oh yeah.
Which you guys are going to learn not on this vlog, but you're going to learn it totally free of charge. This is from Paul's book. All you need to do is go onto our website. There will be a product code or a product on our website called Workers Supreme. And all you need to do is download it, and Paul's going to teach you the routine, and I tell you, you are going to absolutely love it. It's something that I use, it's something that Dave loosely uses. It's a proper worker.
And Dave Jones.
Yeah. I mean, it is, for me, reading the book.
Gary Jones, sorry, Gary Jones.
Yeah. For me, as soon as I opened the book and saw that trick, I just thought it is a solid worker, and it's got everything, and it's got a really nice finale as well.
Thank you.
So just to let you know, guys, before we go into that, so You can learn that by going onto our website. You'll see there'll be a little product that you can click, or a little box that will say the Paul Gordon's Workers Supreme. Or alternatively, check our Facebook page, because there'll be a link to it on our Facebook page. And then you can learn the trick. And I will say, I'm going to grab the book back, because we have got these in stock, and apart from you, we're the only other company
That's it.
that are stocking these. And what's the price of this, Paul?
It's £40 plus postage.
Right.
So do you want me to explain that, or?
No, that's great. So it's £40 plus postage. You'll find it on our website. And I know you always do this, but chances are I'm catching you on the fly. How much does that work out per trick? Because every time you talk about your books,
I think it works out about 15-20p a trick.
20p a trick.
That's not bad, is it?
That's not bad going at all. So they're in stock now at Alakazam. I want to thank Paul Gordon for joining us on the blog. So thank you very much, Paul.
Thank you, Peter.
And you guys, make sure you learn Workers Supreme. Paul's giving it to you guys absolutely free of charge. So check our website. If you can't see it on there, go to our Facebook page and make sure you download it.
And you'll use it at every single gig, I promise you.
You will. Right, so that was the interview with Paul. The book, Paul very generously gave us copies of this book. I haven't read it yet. I read a couple of tricks the other night, but I haven't read all the way through it. But as I said before, I love Paul's work. I love the way he writes, because it's very concise. You know, you learn the tricks really easily. Now, I will say the free trick is one of my favourites from the book. It is a true worker. And you can access it by going onto our Facebook page.
Yes.
There'll be a post there that says vlog free trick. All you need to do is click on it, follow the details there, and then you can download the effect.
I can't recommend enough. Go and do it.
Yeah.
The effect, straight away I've gone, well, I can use that.
Yeah.
I already carry that, so I can use that.
And it's
perfect.
called Worker Supreme, and it is. It's a proper worker. I mean, and he designed it, I think, for walk around situations. It's a really nice trick for walk around, but it will work easily, equally as good table hopping as well.
And he's kept so many gems behind for this project.
Yeah.
I said, why have you not released that before? You know, so yeah, go take a look at that. But the book itself, grab one. They are brilliant.
Yeah, and they are in stock now. Right, so the next product we're going to speak about is Blackbird. Now, we got a pre-copy of this, so this is out on Monday. You've had a play with it.
Yeah.
So let's cut now to the little video that you filmed for our customers.
Cool. So this is the Blackbird box. Inside are your gimmicks. Before I show you, if you've seen the trailer, then you kind of know what to expect here. But I've never seen a trailer quite like this. They explain everything. And I think the reason behind this is because they've got nothing to hide. So I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to receive. Inside here are your Blackbird gimmicks. You're going to get two. One for your left arm and one for your right. And just hidden underneath here as well are two straps, okay? The Blackbird gimmicks will attach to the strap using Velcro, so you can adjust them to any sort of direction or height on your arm, and all of that is covered as well on the instructional streaming video, which actually goes for 3 hours and 2 minutes, I believe. So lots and lots of detail in how to actually use the gimmicks, but also routines to do with them. So I'm going to get set up so you can see what the Blackbird gimmick really looks like. So this is the Blackbird gimmick, or one of them. If you see here, this size is perfect to hold an American half dollar, okay? Once it's in there, obviously it's gonna fall out. So I'll show you this. Once it's inside and you lift that up, it's now locked in place. So the great thing about this is once it's on your arm, obviously you'll be wearing a jacket to cover this. Once it's on your arm, you can walk around all night and you're set and ready to go whenever you want to be. So it's not going to fall out, you've not got to worry about it, which is great if you're doing, let's say, coin unique or bit and coin, and you want to have that gimmick not jangling around in your pocket with the other coins. You can have it concealed in your Blackbird gimmick. Whenever I want it, all I have to do is relax, and my thumb will hit this and click it down. So now it's going to fall when my arm comes up into my sleeve. I don't want it to fall on the floor, but I'll take it here, into my sleeve, and then when I relax it will deliver it from my sleeve into my hand. It really is a very, very clever gimmick. Now that's for the half dollar size. You might be thinking, what if I want to use dollars? Well, it's all been thought about. This is what I love. You push out just about here. This comes out. Now this is perfect for dollar size. They also have some little hacks you can do if you want to do it for smaller coins as well. So they really are great. Each one of these gimmicks, it comes with my highest recommendation. I've never been this excited about holdout effect, and I think, in my opinion, it's because a lot of holdout effects aren't as practical as they first portray them to be. It comes with Alakazam's highest recommendation. That is the Blackbird gimmick. So as you know, at Alakazam, we always like to give you that extra something as well. So for the first 200 people that pre-order Blackbird from us at Alakazam Magic, you're gonna get my favorite coin DVD, AG47. This linked with Blackbird is really going to elevate your coin magic, so make sure you pre-order yours from us here at alakazam.co.uk.
Right, so that was the Blackbird video. You basically said it all on there anyway. Yeah. It's a great little gimmick, great little device.
And we've still got this running up till Monday, I guess, because it's a pre-order deal. So yeah, take a look at the trailer for AG47 as well, because the coin stuff on there is visual eye candy. Yeah. And you get that absolutely free of charge if you pre-order Blackbird. You won't get that after Monday when this is available.
No, so you have to buy it separately. So if you pre-order before Monday, pre-order your Blackbird, we are going to send you an AG47 with your product, with your Blackbird. The great thing is, if you're new to coin magic, or you're thinking of getting into it, or you just want to expand your repertoire, there's some great effects on here. There's some brilliant effects on here as well. There's 6 effects that come with a streaming video.
Yeah, and I think I touched on it earlier. It's over 3 hours of really good in-depth teaching. So you're going to learn some real great sleight of hand moves that you may not be familiar with as well. So anything from beginner up to intermediate on there. So it's a really, really clever, great idea, and it's in my opinion, is very practical.
Yeah, and I will say I had a couple of customers who have rung up to pre-order this, and they said, "Oh, I'll have the one for, I'm right-handed, I'll have the right one." You get both in here, so you get the left and right in there, so you're ready to go with 2 gimmicks, you know, held out. So that's Blackbird. You've seen Dave's video. I think he goes through everything on there. And remember, if you pre-order before Monday, you'll receive a copy of AG47 in with your order. Right, so the competition that we held last time, I've got to apologise because there was 1 letter wrong.
Which makes it very difficult.
Well, it shouldn't have done really, because the trick is still spelled correctly. It was just the surname.
Right.
But this was the competition. Adept Bulldogs Devouring Lee.
Which stands for?
It is Gold Dust Live. And I said it was the trick only, but it wasn't, it was the trick. And so I messed up. So thank you to everyone that actually entered the competition. The winner is John Wooten. So John, just give us a call here at HQ, or alternatively send an email with blog winner. You have won yourself a Gold Dust Live. And because I made a couple of mistakes, I am going to stick a little bonus trick in for you as well, John. So send an email in, don't Facebook us, just send an email in sales@alakazam.co.uk with your details, and we'll make sure this goes straight out to you. Or alternatively, give the shop a call.
Yeah, and I would say if you've missed out, don't worry. These are incredible, and they are still available. If you don't know what this is, check out the trailer for it.
Yeah.
If you love packet tricks or working close-up magic material, you're gonna love Gold Dust. So.
And I will say as well, this is the Gold Dust Live limited edition.
Yeah.
So once this run is over, and we're running really low now, once these are gone, these come with some free packet tricks.
Yeah.
So you get the cards and that inside here. Once these are gone, the packet tricks will be available, but separately.
Yeah.
So when you add the cost of those packet tricks together, they cost the same price as this whole set.
Yeah, it's an incredible set, and John, you have won yourself one, so congratulations, get in contact with us.
So now on to this week's competition.
Yeah.
Which is Naively Births.
Right. Is that the trick and the...
No,
That's just a trick.
That's just a trick.
Right.
Naively births. Okay, so I'm going to leave that up there for a couple of seconds. So remember, get your answers in, just email them in. The subject line should be vlog competition answer or vlog competition. And next week we will draw a winner randomly. There's one more thing as well.
Yes, we have some winners to announce from our Now You See Me, Now You Don't. What you said.
Yeah, they most probably forgot about that.
Oh, I thought I'd bring it up again.
There was no.
The film Now You See Me, we were promoting that with some awesome prizes, and we have a list full of winners.
Okay, so if I read your name out, send us an email to sales@alakazam.co.uk, include your name and address, and in the subject line put Now You See Me winner. Okay, Now You See Me winner.
I will just say the prizes will be randomly put to the name. So
there was pens, cards, t-shirts or phone chargers. So you'll receive one of them. It will be random, just picked out and sent to you. So the winners of those prizes are Nicholas Dakin, Jonathan Batchelor, Dave Heath.
That looks like Doug Heath.
Is it? I haven't got my glasses on.
That's Doug.
I'm going to put my glasses on.
There might be another 10 winners now.
No, that is Doug Heath. We've got Eddie Hewitt. We've got Michael Minnekens.
Yeah.
Jason Lewis, Chris Foster, Nathan Edge, Luke Murray, Alan White, Adam Black, and John Wooten.
Perfect.
Lucky John.
We got that.
So I'll read them out just once more for you. Nicholas Dakin, Jonathan Batchelor, Doug Heath, Eddie Hewitt, Michael Minnekens, Jason Lewis, Chris Foster, Nathan Edge, Luke Murray, Alan White, Adam Black, and John Wooten. So if I've read your name out, send an email in sales@alakazam.co.uk. You can stop laughing and put Now You See Me winner, and you will receive one of the Now You See Me prizes. Make sense?
Oh, clear as day.
Right.
Perfect.
I think we should cut.
Okay.
Right, so this is just a quick one. I just want to announce that Move Zero Volume 2 is now in stock. If you liked the first Move Zero, this has got more of the same. It's great material by John Bannon.
Yep.
Totally self-working, hence the title Move Zero.
Well shot as well.
Well shot as always with Big Blind Media. But next week we'll be demonstrating a few tricks off this DVD.
Cool.
So I just wanted to let you know it is out now and it is in stock. So if you already know the type of material that's on Move Zero, grab yourself a copy, you won't be disappointed. So they're in stock now.
What's next? Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Do you know what Peter does? These things where he makes up little jingles all the time.
I do.
And I was expecting one to happen there. Are you going to do one for us? No. No?
No.
Oh.
Right. So we've got Trilogy Extreme. So what is Trilogy? Trilogy is an effect we had out. I don't know how long ago it was. It was a long time ago. 12 years, 10 years, 12 years.
Yeah, I'd say around about 10, 12.
Yeah, it's a great routine by Brian Caswell. At the time that Trilogy came out, the cards with, nowadays, you know, you see a card trick with cards with numbers on the back. You think, oh, I've seen one of those before. This is where it started.
Yeah.
Brian Caswell's original Trilogy was the first one that I know that really took on that type of routine, and there's been a lot of effects come out recently and over the years that have sort of followed in Brian's footsteps. Trilogy, in my mind, is still the best of that type of effect.
Yeah. And this has taken that now to another level in how, let's say, workable, practical, easy it is.
Yeah, I mean, well, we won't hide it. This is actually superseding the original Trilogy and Trilogy Streamline, so they will no longer be available.
Okay.
You will have the option for Trilogy bikes. Now, let me say to you, when Trilogy first came out, to be able to perform the effect in the way that Brian created it, you had to use two decks
of cards,
because the technology was not there to do it using one deck. Then we released Trilogy Streamline, which was a one deck version, but it had extra limitations for you to perform it. Trilogy Extreme is the same great effect as the original Trilogy, but only uses one deck.
Which can be out on the table from the beginning.
Yeah, which can be in play from the beginning. The other great thing about Trilogy Extreme is not only the cards, which are phenomenal, but the added thoughts and routines and everything else that we've put into it. I've added extra predictions. Now, to some people, they might see that as too much, but for the right situation, it is a mind blower. But I've also added in there my one-on-one presentation, which is something I used to do on the fly. If I know I've got, you know, half a minute to impress you, it was just a very simple, quick trick using this deck. I've also got my chair test idea on there using the Trilogy deck. And as always, you get the registration code,
which we've already got an extra couple of bits that we're going to be filming to put on that as well.
Well, it was a great idea. I spoke to one of our customers the other day, a great thinker called David Klaas, who around about 7 years ago mentioned doing, amongst other people, mentioned doing Trilogy with this deck when this deck had first came out. And he had a really nice presentation for it. Now, he has given us permission to include that as a bonus. So at some point over the next week or two, I will film David's idea for you, and I'm sure you're going to love it because it gives you a really lovely visual ending to Trilogy. But as always, you get the registration code, so register it, and that means any routines that I come up with, Dave comes up with, Andy comes up with, or even you guys come up with that you submit to us, we can now offer to all owners of Trilogy absolutely free of charge. So it's really, the registration code in my mind is the best thing we've ever introduced to you know, to Magic, really, because it means it's like you're getting a free trick all the time. And saying that, within the next couple of days, if you own Screen Test Pocket, there'll be a new routine going up for you, and this is something that I really like. And once again, it's something else that's not actually using the screen test principle, so it's another thing you can add to your screen test act.
That makes complete sense with the movies, which is great. So
I'm going to be filming that hopefully early next week, so that will be up, but I'll notify all owners via your sort of private owners email that we send out, so that will be happening. But Trilogy Extreme is due out on Monday. You will not be disappointed. Let's cut to the trailer and show them what it's all about.
Okay.
When Brian Caswell's Trilogy first hit the market, it was a game changer, a triple prediction that was surefire and mind-blowing. Now, 10 years after its initial release, it's back, and this time it's better than ever. Not only have we improved the method, but for the first time I'm sharing my personal routines, handlings and tips for this amazing effect. 3 coins are set on the table. Your spectators have a totally free choice of which coin they choose. You now introduce 3 envelopes. The envelopes are mixed and distributed amongst the spectators. On the table there's a deck of cards. You explain that each card has a number on the back ranging from 1 to 52. 2 of your spectators are asked to think of numbers between 1 and 52, and the 3rd spectator is asked to think of any playing card. Once they've made their decisions, you remove the cards from the box and remove from the deck the 2 selected numbers, and from the face-up deck the selected and thought of playing card. Now, on opening each spectator's envelope, not only have you correctly predicted which coin they would choose, but you have also predicted the cards relating to their thought of numbers and the number related to their thought of card. I've added so many layers of deception to Trilogy that you are going to absolutely love Trilogy Extreme. My name is Peter Nardi, and this is Trilogy Extreme. Right, so that's it for this week on the Alakazam vlog. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to pick up your free Paul Gordon trick over at our Alakazam Magic Facebook page.
Yeah.
So just have a look for it there. You just have to click the link and you'll be able to download it.
I would just say as well, daily now we're putting either videos or pictures onto Instagram. So there's some real cool, fun ideas we've been coming up with for that as well. So if you are on Instagram, follow us. Do you know what our Instagram name is?
I would presume it's something to do with Alakazam Magic.
I would presume it was.
Yeah.
No underscores or anything in there?
I think it might be Alakazam_Magic.
Okay.
But have a check. If you search for Alakazam Magic, it'll be there.
Should be anyway,
Next week we'll have the full details once we get computer literate.
Perfect.
So yeah, we're on. I didn't even see that.
Right there.
It
It's
just
been
popped
hovering
up.
over us.
It just popped up. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we do these things for you, and it's great to see that you're watching them.
Yeah.
And like our Facebook page while you're there. You may as well. You're there anyway to get your free trick. So like our Facebook page. Follow us on Instagram to get sort of little snippets. And there is actually a sneak preview of our next release on Instagram.
There is, if you can find it. Well,
So-
it's probably about 5 or 6.
Yeah, I mean, well,
Yeah, we'll let
it's
you
on
find
there,
it,
and
we'll let you
people
find
that have got Instagram and follow Alakazam would already know what our next release is, even though we haven't announced it.
Yeah.
Because it's on there. So, check all that out, and next week we will be back with another vlog. So we'll have the winner of this week's competition, and we'll be talking about some new products coming, and hopefully we'll be demonstrating a few tricks off Move Zero.
Perfect.
I might demonstrate one out of the Paul Gordon book, because I love his stuff. And yeah, that's about it for this week.
There you go. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next week on the Alakazam Video Blog.